Eye
eagle.
of the eagle.
Eye of the eagle.
Put eye of the eagle.
Welcome to In the Spotlight with your host, Maddie Ocean.
Hello and welcome to In the Spotlight. I'm your host, Maddie Ocean. My guest today is Ms. Trent Ahrens from Benedictine Marketing Department. Hi Trent, how are you today?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Pretty good. So how did you start your career in marketing?
Well, I actually earned my bachelor's degree in advertising, and I knew that I wanted to be in nonprofit advertising. Obviously, there's a lot of different places you can go with a marketing or advertising degree. But unfortunately, right out of school, I ended up working for a for-profit company called Follett Higher Education Group. They're actually main competitors for Barnes & Noble, our bookstore here on campus. And after working a few years for them as a marketing specialist, I started hunting around for jobs in the nonprofit marketing world and ended up finding a position here at Benedictine in the Alumni Relations office. And after working in Alumni Relations for a few years, this position opened up in marketing, so I decided to make the transition about a year ago now.
Okay, and what does a typical day look like for you here?
There's a lot of different things that go into marketing on a day-to-day basis. Everything from social media to handle things for the website to discussions about our branding. So what our logo looks like to what new marketing pieces might look like, direct mailers, emails, everything under the sun. So my days vary greatly from day to day.
And what are some of the main projects you've been working on?
A lot of our time spent during the summer and fall is really focused on recruiting the class for the next fall. So we're looking at fall 2020 right now. And a lot of those pieces that we've been created, like I mentioned, are direct mail pieces. So maybe a view book that's sent to different students' homes, kind of telling them a little bit more about Benedictine. We do travel pieces that our recruiters take on the road. You guys probably have gone to some of those college fairs where they're taking pieces that kind of explain more about Benedictine as a whole. And lately I've been working on our major sheets. So each of the majors here at Benedictine has their own marketing one sheet that talks a lot about, you know, the highlights of the major and why to study that major at Benedictine. And that has been a big project I've been working on for the last month.
And we've seen a lot of changes with the admissions process in terms of marketing, like you said, the major sheets. How did that process come about? Why did you decide to change the look of everything?
I think a lot of it has to do with, we did a rebranding a couple years ago with our new logo, with the shield and everything like that, but we didn't really take it a step further to expand on our redesigning of our marketing pieces. And that was kind of the goal when I came into this position, was to look more closely at, well, what's really going to catch people's attention? What do people want to know more about with the school? And we've been kind of moving in that direction.
And what do you see in the future for Benedictine for marketing?
I think a lot of our focus is going to be more on telling the stories of our students and alumni. Obviously, our students and alums are our biggest success stories and biggest marketing help in a lot of ways, where they're the ones who have been through the educational experience firsthand. So it's a lot better to hear from you all about what you've done here at Benedictine than for me to write something for you.
Okay. Well, thank you, Trent. Again, this is Maddie Ocean. We will be taking a quick break and we'll be discussing further with her.
Welcome to Ben News for March. I'm Maddie Smith.
And I'm Joey Spahn. Here are this month's top stories. On February 29th, Black Student Union hosted the third annual Love and Excellence Banquet in Goodwin Hall. BSU created this event to fund a scholarship that will help keep up the enrollment among Black students. Every year, 2 guests are honored with the Love Award and an Excellence Award. There's a keynote speaker, music, and food. Ben News reporter Hannah Wagner spoke with Kiwan Stokes, the president of BSU, about the event and what future attendees can expect.
Hi, this is Hannah Wagner with Eye of the Eagle. I'm here with Kiwan Stokes, the president of BSU here on campus. Say hi, Kiwan.
Hello.
So we are at the Love and Excellence Ball on the 4th floor of Goodwin. So can you just explain a little bit about what the Love and Excellence Ball is and like what it's for and everything?
Yeah. So the Love and Excellence Celebration or Ball, we've used 2 different names, started 3 years ago. So this is actually our 3rd annual event. It benefits the Reverend Linda Owen Scholarship, which is a scholarship that financially aids Black students on campus and hopes to keep them here. Because 2 of the biggest issues we have here are retention because of financial needs or retention because of academic needs. And this is one of our ways to tackle one of those 2 issues.
Oh yeah, that's great. I've gone for 2 years, and like since this is the 2nd time, I've been able to see like the key points and everything, and it's actually pretty amazing.
Thank you.
So another question I had, like there are 2 guest speakers that came today. Mm-hmm. Can you just explain why they're here and all that?
Okay. So Carl Bernardo is a legend for the Black Student Union. He was one of the original members of the Panhandle African American Association here on campus before we turned into the Black Student Union. He really pioneered and built, the foundation that we stand on today. So it's really important to always honor your past in order to move to your present and on to your future. So I definitely wanted to bring him in to drive that point home to let our students understand where we came from. And the same thing with Mike Brown. Mike Brown was huge on campus, brought so much encouragement to students by way of either Greek life or just being a dynamic and radical voice for Black students on campus in the face of administration and in times where this campus actually had race riots. Being one of those people to stand up and say this is not right and to make a big difference here. So love that about them.
And then what can you say to the people watching that can kind of explain what they could expect if they were to come, say, next year?
Next year, expect from the Black Student Union specifically, I guess us upgrading even more. Each year we try to do more. We try to strive to be better, to be broader. Actually, this year we've doubled our fundraising, so that's something we're very proud of. Our events are getting bigger, they're better quality, so just expect the BSU to keep being lovely and excellent.
That's great. Do you have anything else you'd like to say?
See you next year.
All right, well, thank you for talking to me. I'm Hannah Wagner with Eye of the Eagle. Thanks for watching.
On February 15th, Club Ben returned to Benedictine's very own Colben. Valentine's Day was the theme for the night. Club Ben is a place where the students can engage in fun and safe partying festivities. The students enjoyed themselves while dancing with their friends on the dance floor. Ben News' Austin Todner spoke with several Club Ben attendees to talk about the event and how they enjoyed this Club Ben.
So I'm here with Officer Williams. How is it here? Is it like relatively like under control, or is it chilling?
Looks like it's pretty controlled. Everybody's pretty respectful. They come through the door. Yeah, it's nice. It's a good thing to get all the kids together in one environment so they can be social and hang out and just have fun.
So we're here.
Come in. It's okay.
Come on. We're here at Club Ben, just having a great time, and just let me know how it is. Is it fun over there?
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's not as crowded as past years, but it's pretty fun.
Oh, really? It's not as crowded? Oh, man.
Yeah,
You think it's going to get better later?
I mean, it should be if we advertise it right.
Oh, okay. So you're saying advertise a little better.
That's what it is.
All right. So, and we're having a great time.
Well, we had a chance to bond.
Oh,
right?
yeah. Oh,
it's all about
only
creating
bonding.
relationships with the student body.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's a great time.
Say, and there's one of our seniors right there. Isaiah. What's up, Isaiah?
How you so I hear you're the man that runs this place, that runs the whole Club Ben.
It's a whole team of us. You know, we work hard to make sure the students have fun around the Benedictine community.
Hey, that's good. I like to hear that because I'm trying to bring fun times to this place too. You know,
Definitely.
it's a great time.
Definitely. Fun and safe fun is the ultimate win. Fun and safe fun.
Yeah.
You never can lose with a shirt like that. It's Fred
no.
Flintstone.
Most definitely not. You can't lose. Look at that freshness. Yeah.
How you doing? I'm so
Good, man. How are you?
Good.
Good to see you, man.
All right. Thank you.
All right.
On February 29th, the Jericho-Suchi Nature Museum hosted the snakes of DuPage County. Don Arnold, a master naturalist, spoke about the misunderstood creatures, as well as the research being done about them in the area.
A student-organized club is in the process of getting approved here on campus. The Veterans Club has been inactive for many years, and a small group of students are working to bring it back. The Constitution had been made, leadership positions have been assigned, and a final approval meeting is set for March. Ben News reporter Zakira Majid sat down with Jafar Mohammed, who is in charge of outreach for the club.
Hey everyone, I'm Zakira Majid, currently sitting here with Jafar Muhammad, who is the Marketing and Promotions Officer for the up-and-coming club here on campus, the Veterans Club. Now this club is still in the process of getting approved, so Jafar, I'm wondering if I can ask you just a few questions in terms of the club in general. So whose idea was it to start the club?
Originally, it was Marco Massini and Lynn Schrott. They were talking about how we used to have a Veterans Club here on campus, and then Marco called me in the hallway one day because he knew I was in the military. I'm in the reserves, and asked me about veterans and stuff like that. And he asked me if I would be interested in reinitiating the Veterans Club, and I thought it was an interesting idea. So I sent out a snap asking if people knew any veterans to hit me up, and so I got a message from Jason, and then Jason got Zach on board, and so me, Zach, and Jason are the ones that are right now trying to get the club reinitiated.
And then when do you guys see this club becoming official here on campus?
Hopefully the first week in March. We've already had our meeting in front of SOAR, so right now we're just waiting on the final changes that would need to be made to our Constitution, and submit that, and hopefully by next week, the first week of March, we are an official club.
And then can anyone join?
Anyone on campus that is a Benedictine student can join.
And then what would it mean to be a member of the Veterans Club?
To support, add resources, and just help the fellow veterans at Benedictine University, basically help them transition from military life to civilian life.
And then I'm assuming, like any other club here on campus, you guys are expected to have a constitution. What are some of the things that you guys have written on that constitution?
Our constitution basically explains our mission, the purpose of the club, our roles, and what we do for our roles, basically.
And then speaking of your position, the person who's in charge of leading these events, do you guys have any events planned yet?
Right now we can't have any official plans yet since we're not an official club, but once we do get finalized, we plan to do at least 1 or 2 events before the school year is over with.
Can you give me an example?
Like we would like, right now we have in the works, or an idea I should say, of like a Meet Your Veterans on campus, of like veterans that would like to be recognized as a veteran can come forth and just basically talk to other students if they have any questions, like if they're thinking about maybe joining the Army, what can they expect, if they just want to know anything about the Army, as long as the veteran, of course, is willing to answer said questions.
Well, Jafar, I can't wait to see what the Veterans Club is going to do for students here on campus and for veterans as well. I'm Zakira Majid with Ben News.
Benedictine offers their students the opportunity to travel to a different country and study abroad. This is a unique experience for college students where they are going out and getting a job or furthering their education. Eye of the Eagle's Amber Syed talked to Nabella Kadeha about this program.
Hi, my name is Amber and I'm here from Eye of the Eagle with Nabila. So today we're going to talk about the studying abroad program provided here at Benedictine University. Hi Nabila, how are you?
I'm good, how are you?
Pretty good. So did you know that our school offered a studying abroad program?
Yeah.
Okay, and how much did you know about it from before?
Well, I had a professor who was a part of it, so he told us a good chunk of like what goes on and like what we're able to do and stuff.
Okay. So is that something that you've ever thought about, like going to study abroad anywhere, and where?
If I could, I would consider it, and I'd go, honestly, wherever is warmer.
Same. But, so, you know, with this program, you can travel anywhere you want and for however long and whatever. So, I mean, would you go for a whole month or would you go for 2 weeks?
I wouldn't go for a whole month. I'd probably go for like a couple weeks.
Okay. And would you go for like actually studying? Like, I know a lot of people go to a different country to learn the language and their culture. Is that something you would decide?
Yeah, I'd be interested in like going and seeing like other families and like possibly like living with them and like seeing what their like day-to-day lives are like and stuff and like what they do and like how their lives are compared to ours over here.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you so much for talking to us.
No problem.
It has been tradition for many years to attend free movie night at Ogden 6. Programming Board organized a free popcorn day to excite BenU students for the last free movie nights. Ben News reporter Alexis Taglia spoke with Maddie Ocean about this tradition.
Hi, I'm Alexis Taglia with Eye of the Eagle. I'm here with Maddie Ocean. So today you guys are hosting Popcorn Day with Programming Board. So why popcorn and today?
Well, we just wanted to put something fun for the students. We thought, well, why don't we do something food related? So we thought popcorn was a good idea, and it's kind of convenient because today is free movie night as well, so people can get popcorn to go for later.
That's really smart, actually. So there is the closing of Ogden 6. Do you think Popcorn Day was a way to kind of give people an incentive to go for the last ever movie night?
Yeah, we really want to draw people in because it's kind of been a staple for Benedictine students the past, for at least 4 years since we've been here, just going with a group of friends. So it's kind of sad that it's kind of leaving for Costco. So hopefully people will come out tonight and get some free food and enjoy a movie for the last time.
All right, awesome. And then one final question. So everybody gets to mix and match for their own bag, put whatever they like in it. So what do you like in your popcorn bag?
All right, so I got popcorn, I got Skittles, and I also got Goldfish. It's a good combination.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah. You don't like chocolate, do you?
I do not, no.
Okay, that makes sense why it's not in the bag. Okay. Yeah. Gotta try that combination then. Well, thank you very much for spending time for this interview today. I'm Alexis Taglia, signing off.
Programming Board hosted their weekly Thrilling Thursday event with a theme of fondue. Students gathered in Goodwin Hall on February 13th to enjoy treats before Valentine's Day. Programming Board offered different chocolates to dip brownies, Rice Krispies, and fruit. The event was one of the club's most successful Thrilling Thursdays as food ran out in less than half an hour. Ben News' Maddie Ocean spoke with sophomore Jennifer Griffin about the event.
Hello, I'm Maddie Ocean with Eye of the Eagle here with Jen Griffin at the fondue event in Goodwin. Jen, how are you doing today?
Dude, I'm doing great. How you doing?
Pretty good. So you just enjoyed some fondue at the event. What did you dip your fondue in?
All right, so I came pretty late, so I only had like the chocolate and the Rice Krispie treat left, but it was like the best thing I've ever had in my life.
And did you think that they had a good variety of food? I know you came late, but...
Yeah, no, I saw some people with like strawberries, bananas. Someone had like a pineapple kind of thing going on. That was top notch.
And what do you want to see more from Benedictine in terms of food events like this?
I mean, so everyone's broke. We're all college students. Food events are great. Just being around, like being able to go to these things with your friends is like a kind of community kind of thing. So like more of this is chill. Rice Krispie treats, chocolate is a favorite anytime.
And did you enjoy everything here? Like, would you want to come again if we hosted it this semester? Yes?
Chocolate. Yes.
Awesome.
10 out of 10. Would recommend.
Great. Well, thank you, Jennifer. I'm Maddie Ocean again with Eye of the Eagle here at the Fondue Night.
Benedictine's very own Kolben was taken over this past weekend by a secret comedy agency known as Mission Improbable. The improvisation group gave their wonderful show to a number of excited students. The group performed a variety of different improv skits that made the students laugh out loud. Many of the skits included ideas or participation from students in the crowd. After the show, Ben News reporter Tommy Tillett spoke with Claire Olenek, the head of programming board, about their performance.
Hi, I'm Tommy Tillett here for Ben News, and I'm here with
Claire Olenek.
How you doing, Claire?
I'm pretty good. How about you?
I'm all right. Claire is the president of the programming board here at Benedictine. She helped put this whole Mission Improbable scene together. So overall, how do you think it went today?
I think it went pretty well. I think everybody who came had a good time and had a lot of laughs.
Yeah, it was definitely funny. Secondly, how do you think that these events, help on campus life as as a resident?
As a resident and for people who are commuters as well, I think it brings like a sense of community to everyone. It gives everyone a lot of a chance to have fun on campus, as well as we're not just here for academics. We're here to have a good time, and to enjoy their time here. So it gets people to stay on campus and be around and stuff. And have fun.
Yeah, definitely, totally agree. Lastly, what was your favorite part of the whole thing?
My favorite part was probably the last skit, the skibidi-skibidi. I don't know what was going on there, but they somehow figured it out.
Yeah. It was hilarious. All right, Claire, thank you very much once again. Once again, I'm Tommy Tillett for Eye of the Eagle. Thank you very much.
The Benedictine University men's basketball team has won the NAC conference and is moving on to the NCAA tournament later this March. This was due to a dominant victory over conference foe Wisconsin Lutheran. Before this matchup, both teams were tied atop the conference. Both excellent shooting and the will to win, the Eagles came out on top 83-55. I spoke with senior Isaiah Gransberry about his senior season and how the team will manage to keep up this successful run.
I'm Joey Spahn here with Eye of the Eagle, and I'm here with senior basketball player Isaiah Gransberry. How you doing today, Isaiah?
I'm doing great. Thank you for having me, Joey.
Good, absolutely. I appreciate you coming. So they just won the conference championship. So first of all, congrats. That's awesome, and that's something that I hope a lot of the teams here can do and achieve, and I think that will happen in the spring season especially. But I want to first ask you, what was that feeling like to win that conference championship?
It felt good. It's like all of our hard work paid off, and last year with us, the school attempting to go D2, it's like we missed out on a whole year of enjoyment. Sophomore year, Benedictine has a history of good athletics, and sophomore year we were that close to winning conference, and we missed it. And then we get hit with the D2 movement, couldn't even qualify to make it. So this year we were hungry. We came in with more of an aggression, knowing what we wanted to do, and we got it done.
Absolutely, and that D2 transition affected a lot of teams. I know there's a lot of players that felt different about that. But as for that hunger and that drive, what are your practices like now? Are they high intensity, or are you guys still focusing on the same things you focused on before?
They're very high intensity. Coach, he stepped away from the fundamentals a little more and let us play a lot more, because from top to bottom, everybody wants to compete. And I think that's been the biggest difference, that we've been very competitive this year in everything we've done, and it shows on game day.
Of course. Now, I hate to bring something like this up, but it's your senior season. This is your last ride. What are you going to do to try to soak in as much of this as you can?
Well, being in senior year, it's like senior year of college. It's like, wow, like you wonder where all the time went. And I'm just trying to soak in every moment, like you said, but to do it, I just try not to think of the bad things. I try not to think of waking up for practice or having to run sprints. I just try to think like, wow, this is the last chance I'm going to get to be in a team setting, not having to worry about much in life, and just having fun.
Enjoy the little things. All right, well, Isaiah, I appreciate your time. This is Joey Spahn for Eye of the Eagle. Thank you.
That's the news for March. I'm Maddie Smith.
And I'm Joey Spahn. See you next month for more news and sports.
At Taco Dale, authentic Mexican cuisine is their specialty. Located in Lisle, Aurora, Romeoville, and Bolingbrook, Taco Dale's mission is to serve healthy, fresh, and affordable food. They have unlimited options at this family-owned restaurant. Bring a friend and try their famous steak tacos, burrito bowls, and homemade salsa, which is made from scratch every day. Taco Dale offers online ordering and catering to suit your needs. The next time you're looking to eat out, visit one of Taco Dale's locations and enjoy some top quality cuisine.
Welcome back to In the Spotlight with your host, Maddie Ocean.
Welcome back to In the Spotlight. I'm your host, Maddie Ocean, again with Trent Ahrens. So Trent, the school has taken a more personalized approach in terms of marketing this year, as seen on campus with the banners. So how did that come about? Why did you decide to focus more on students instead of just general Benedictine?
I think it goes back a little bit to what I said before, that we really feel that our students are the ones who can tell Benedictine's story the best. They're the ones who experience firsthand what it's like to be in our classroom, work with our faculty, live on campus, commute to campus, be in athletics, be in student clubs and organizations. So we feel it's important to really highlight their stories and our actual students. So rather than using maybe stock photos or some of those images that we've used in the past, we really wanted to use students that prospective students and their families are going to see when they come to campus.
And how do you analyze success in terms of marketing?
Well, luckily, so much of marketing is digital now that we can really utilize website analytics to delve into whether a campaign's been successful. So for emails, we have things like open rates or click-through rates that really tell us a lot about not only how successful a campaign is, but even who specifically is clicking on certain links so that we know who to get in contact with and who really wants to know more about Benedictine.
And what is your favorite thing about working in the department?
My favorite thing has really been the creativity that I get to use. I think that the senior staff here at Benedictine have really given me a lot of opportunity to come up with new ideas and try new things, which has been really fun and exciting. And in working with our students during photo shoots and kind of interviewing them to learn more about what they love about Benedictine, it's been a lot of fun to learn more about the students as well.
And in your free time, what are your favorite things to do?
Well, I actually volunteer at an animal shelter. I first kind of learned the ropes of social media, doing volunteer work for them, running their Facebook page. So I have a huge love of my rescue dog, Ellie. I also have a little boy who's 18 months old, so he keeps me very busy outside of work.
That's great. And if someone were to want to get involved in the marketing department, maybe want to be a student worker, what would you want them to know? Like, how would they get involved with that?
Sure. Well, I think there's a lot of different opportunities for students within the marketing department who might have a particular interest, whether it's in graphic design. We're looking for people who want to take photos at events or maybe even do some video editing for us. So really, there's a wide range of student worker positions available. It's just a matter of them reaching out to me and kind of meeting with me, talking a little bit more about what they might be interested in. We have a lot of different opportunities, and I think it's a great way for students to be able to put on their resume that they actually worked on campaigns for the university. We really want to get students involved in making things happen.
And is that a good way for them to grow their resume? Like, would they be able to put that in a portfolio if they wanted to?
Definitely. I think that there's the opportunity for them to create pieces on their own, obviously with support from our staff, and kind of learn the ropes of different maybe InDesign features or Photoshop or that sort of thing. Definitely items that employers are looking for in their future hires.
Okay. Well, thank you, Trent. Thank you for taking the time to speak with me. This is Maddie Ocean with In the Spotlight. Please stay tuned for more.
I would like to travel back to where when Edgar Allan Poe was alive to see how he lived, because I feel like he was such a sad person. I just want to get to know him.
A poet, okay.
The boat where my grandfather came from Italy when he was 18 years old and traveled with him when he came from Italy to America.
Wow, that's really nice. Yeah, thank you.
I think if I was going to travel a time period, I would just go maybe like 4 years ago and warn everybody.
About the coronavirus?
No. About our current administration and the U.S. government.
He's not wrong, guys.
I would go like way back in time, like into like ancient times, and see how they built like those crazy structures and like Stonehenge and stuff, and like see if aliens are real.
Okay.
Don't really have a good answer for that one. One of them might be the about 65 million years ago, just to see the end of the Cretaceous period with the mass extinction, or otherwise possibly during the Vietnam protest, because I would have wanted to be out there also. Vietnam was a mistake.
Thank you.
I go back 100 years to the 1920s, the Roaring 20s. I go dance, listen to some jazz, have like sparkles, be all fancy.
Maybe meet the Great Gatsby, Leonardo DiCaprio.
Listen, can meet the man of my dreams, be rich, whatever.
Yeah.
Definitely in the 80s, probably California, just because, I don't know, like, unfortunately with our pollutions and whatnot and our deficit of sea turtles, it'd be nice to kind of see what our Earth had to provide for us at that time, so.
Okay, all right, save the turtles.
So, Dr. Gaddis, if you could travel to any time and place, where would you go and why?
I think if I could travel anywhere in time and space, I think I'd go to Martin Luther King's breakfast table in January of 1956. On this particular morning was the morning that King wound up learning that he didn't need to be afraid in his leadership of the Montgomery bus boycott. So if I could go back anywhere, I'd love to be right there and have a conversation with him about that.
That's awesome.
I think that would be it.
So I would like to be a mom in the 1950s where everything seemed perfect. You know, your kids were perfect, your husband went to work, you came home, dinner was made, everybody was happy. That's where I'd like to go.
Great, thank you.
Hi, my name is David Banda, and I'm reporting from you live in Goodwin Hall for Eye of the Eagle News. Right now, I'm with Hannah. Hannah, if you could go back in any time period, where would you go?
I would go to the 1920s because someone answered this earlier.
I go back 100 years to the 1920s, the Roaring 20s. I go dance.
And I really like their answer, but I would go because it's the Roaring 20s. You're just having fun, living wild, and doing whatever you want.
Hannah, doing whatever she wants. David Banda, Goodwin Hall.
Wait, what are we doing?
You're not gonna make it out of this alive.
I mean, yeah, that would suck.
I got bills to pay and this guy's healthy. He can go without a kidney.
I think you'll wake up.
You know, actually, when I had surgery on my knee, I actually did hear one of the doctors say, "Oh crap." And I was
No
like,
way.
And then I just went to sleep afterwards. So I was like, dang, hold up.
I'm so sorry about that. I mean, hopefully it worked out fine.
It did. I'm still walking. I'm still alive, thankfully. But yeah, it was real scary.
Okay, thank you so much.
My pleasure.
If you were to go under anesthesia before surgery, what would be the worst thing to hear?
It would probably be the doctor saying, "Don't worry, third time's the charm," and him just like slapping your stomach as you go under for a doctor's appointment and he pulls out a scalpel. That'd be terrifying.
It's really specific. I don't want that for you. Yeah, okay, yeah. You should document that. Yeah.
I'm not a good talker.
Okay.
We didn't know you were allergic to, and then I just faded into black.
Oh, yeah, that's so bad. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Welcome to Ben News. I'm Maddie Smith.
The Eagles came out on top 83-55. I spoke with senior Isaiah Gransberry about his senior season and how the team will manage up to, Ben News' Maddie Smith spoke with Carly Tuminello, the director of the museum, about the event. Oh, I thought there was more. Sorry, I'll redo that one. Ben News' Maddie Smith spoke with Carly Tuminello, the director of the museum, about the event. Damn it.
Hey, fourth time's the charm.
Students gathered in Goodwin Hall on February 13th to enjoy treats before Valentine's Day. Yep, messed it up. Said enjoy instead of enjoy. And how the team will manage to keep up this successful run. I thought there was more. Let's do that again.
For the first time ever in Goodwin Hall, we have more than 2 people in the atrium.
He would make it funny. Why are you, hi? Eagle on the street, eagle on the street, eagle on the street. We irritated.
I can see there's a red light. There's a red light on the camera that turns on. Okay.
Cut. You have to wait 3 seconds.
Look at all these chickens. That's it. That's all I have.